All right, what's up? This is going to be very valuable for anyone who's watching in the future, like rewatching these past live streams. Um, Everything I'm about to come up with and talk about is going to be the framework, the blueprint, the skeleton of my success here on YouTube, or my success in the movie industry. So that's kind of what we're going to decide on today. Um, yeah, we. I mean, I can go back to it last night, but I just want to go ahead and see where my head is with it today. I was just thinking to myself, why spend so long on this feature film? The writing process is the hard part. And like, what is the point? It's like, am I going to follow up with another feature film? Or no, probably not. Right? And if I do, how can I make that work? So I kind of want to take all of the elements and all the stuff I've already brainstormed, because I've spent months brainstorming the YouTube side and the movie side. And I kind of want to come together here and see how we can pull the best parts from everything and come up with something genuinely good. So that's what I'm thinking about today. And let's just get out of our heads, in the sense, because I've really been in my head like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is gonna work, or like, I might be making the wrong move, or like, anything we pursue, there's gonna be a way to make it work. So really, I think what it's gonna come down to is just me asking myself, what do I want? What do I want to commit my time to? What do I want to spend my time on? How would I like to spend it? And that looks like two ways. Like, one, like making a big project and then pulling a lot of content out of it instead of one video. And then there's an argument to make one video, but I don't know. It's hard for me to swallow that. And the second one is like sacrifice how long they are, make them more YouTube movie-ish and more YouTube oriented, which I think the feature film needs to be like that anyways for YouTube success. And then make a bunch of those videos, which will probably take 3 or 4 months to make each one of those. But it's going to take 8 to 10 months to make a feature film, because how long it takes to write the movie, which I didn't know about. So yeah, I had a good thought. What was that thought? Oh, like the viral marketing aspect of it, to make sure it does well. Like, I roll out a big campaign where I'm like purposely doing stuff on social media to market to the film, which would be part of the video as well, which is a good and interesting concept. Yeah. So first thing, let's just get comfortable at our workspace. I don't know why I'm like so far away from everything here. I just need to feel like let's do this. You know what I mean? Let's stop. All right. Decision time. We set the fucking tempo. So like, all right, we've come up with the YouTube movie. Okay, and then pros and cons, right? Pros, cons. I did like this thing that my friend Daniel said. He said, take all of your pros and then just make that. It's like, oh wow, that's a cool idea. I like that. Is that possible? Is that break the laws of physics? I don't know. Like, I don't think you can have a pro like, hey, I like that it's a long feature film, and pro that, hey, I like that it's short, doesn't take a, you know what I mean? But maybe you can make it like, hey, I like that it doesn't take a lot of time to make. But how, I don't know. The YouTube movie. All right, we need to drop all forms of professionalism right now, because that is not getting anything done. Okay, you know what, man? Like, I'm thinking, here's kind of what's going through my head right now is like, I feel like if you're gonna write a good YouTube movie, it's still gonna take some time to write it. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we're on day like 40 of writing the script. Like, there needs to be a process we're coming up with where it doesn't take that long. Also, we need to get all the details together. Like, how long is it actually going to take to make this movie? If I'm building a boat set, like, that's ambitious and crazy, and like, you know what I mean? Like, can't believe we're doing it. I need to nail this all down. So what's keeping me from nailing it down? What's the hold up here? Why am I sitting here like a retard? It's a good question. I don't know. Okay. This isn't creative. This isn't creative at all. All right. What do we need right now? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just start this off with a prayer. Ugh, because all of this is so beyond me. Heavenly Father, all I want to do is do good for your kingdom. At the thing I'm best at, I want to use the gifts you've given me to their best potential. And Father, I want what I'm dedicating myself to have some value. I want what I'm dedicating myself to reveal fruits. And I just ask right now that you help me decide how to, like, you help me do that. Whatever I need to do. If this is a pivotal moment, or if I'm just second guessing myself and I need to push forward, or if, you know what I mean, or if you're laughing right now because I'm trying to tell you my plans, or I'm trying to like make plans around a life that I can't even fathom, you know what I mean? And I just need to put one foot in front of the other. That's cool too. But I just pray that we come up with something right now. So I pray. Let's pray. That we have clarity, that I have clarity moving forward. Yeah. All right. I'm going to put some socks on. I don't know why I feel like I need socks on. All right, I think it's defining what success is on the platform. That's the main thing, because whether you like it or not, the reality is, if you're making a feature film and you're trying to match quality, or if you're worried about the writing aspect, it's going to take a certain amount of time. Ways that it takes longer than maybe it could if you just like got the essentials is custom wardrobe, custom like tons of location scouting, you know, but doing it all yourself, it's going to take a long time. So it's either we redefine what success is on the platform and we post legitimately like a feature film that I worked my ass off on, and I put so much work into the script, and I really believe it's written right, and I really try to make the characters likable and like easy for the audience to have empathy towards them. And then I do a big campaign where I try to use everything that I've learned from YouTube, and to virally market my movie. And then I put it all together into one video that's a behind the scenes, and it becomes an event. You know what I mean? And people talk about the movie. It's like a movie of the summer. Like, it has more weight than a YouTube video. It has the weight of an actual film. And maybe there's build up to it somehow, because there's always build up to Superman's like, oh, you need to go see the movie or whatever. And you get there, hype, I guess, like hype around it. Like, if maybe that was the aspect, maybe it's worth it, right? Because you just put so much preparation into one video and the returns are just incalculable, right? It's a very different game. It's a game that no one plays on YouTube. No one's played it yet. These are uncharted waters. No one's ever used YouTube like that. Hell, I wasn't even planning on using YouTube like that. I was planning on making something good, but the focus was the content. This is like literally using YouTube to market a film, but using like the novelty aspect of YouTube to do the main marketing, to blow up the channel, right? With that though, like, your bullets got to hit. You know what I mean? They got to hit. I think, okay, here's what I think. I think a feature film was too long. And this is crazy. Like, there's TV shows that are 40 minutes, right? There's YouTube videos that last 30 minutes. I think, like, if we can do something like within that type of concept, you know what I mean? It's still going to take a long time, though. That's the thing. Like, we can't just make assumptions here. We have to actually, like, okay, well, how long is that actually going to take? You see Sticks, they do all that work for a 4-minute thing. You know what I mean? Or they have a lot of help. And they have 2 guys, and then, you know, a bunch of other help. But it's like, if I just really try and make a big splash, like I'm going after it. I'm trying to make a feature film. I wrote the best story I could write. And like, then maybe that turns into something. Like, does it have to be one big, like, does it have to be a part of a format? Does it have to look like I have everything figured out? Because obviously I don't have everything figured out. I just know that, like, you got to get people's attention somehow, right? But I don't like, and that's why I'm doing this. Why I picked a pirate movie. Hello? Well, I picked a pirate movie because, like, the challenge that is around it. And I think my script's pretty good. And like, is it worth that? Does it have to be something smooth and simple? Does it have to be something so nailed down? I don't know. I don't have an answer. Why do a feature for the first one? I don't know. Should I come up with something shorter? The only problem is when you come up with something shorter, like if I'm gonna put this much effort in, I need to know it's gonna hit. And if I make a YouTube movie, something like it's optimized for YouTube, it also tells a great story. I don't know. I just feel like that's a safe bet, or that's like fuck yeah, this is gonna work. I don't know if like just my traditional pirate story, unless unless I legitimately pull off something where it's like, holy shit, you guys gotta watch this. Then I don't, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that good. I don't think like a twist or like what I have written, I don't think it's good enough for people to say that. I just don't. I don't think I have the resources to pull that off, or the locations. I don't, you know what I mean? I know I can tell a pretty good story, but I don't think it's enough to get like, you know what I mean? Like Casino Royale, I've seen so few movies where that's the case, and all of them have hundreds of $1 million budgets. I'm not naive. The game I'm playing is, you know what, that was a fun watch. You know what I mean? But how do we get them to have the fun watch? Well, you know, we got to play the game. We got to play the game a little bit. You know what I mean? We got to accept the stakes a little bit of what we're doing. So what is define this? What is a YouTube movie? You know what I mean? How can we work our current story into that? What does that look like? I don't know. Dude, why I have to fucking piss again, man? I'll be right back. I will be back.